Hello everyone. So it's actually been some time since I vlogged. I have filmed quite a few bits over last week, but I've been in a bit of a reading slump, so I just filmed clips. I'm gonna pop it in the montage before. Oh my god, sorry, I've got dust on my I'm just thought I'd show you like highlights of my week. But yeah, I just don't feel like filming, and also I'm in a reading slump. But I really wanted to get a video out this week still because I want to stay consistent with posting once a week. So even though you guys won't have a video on Monday like usual, I still wanted to post at some point this week. So because I'm in a reading slump, I thought let's try and read for 24 hours to get out of reading slump. So that is what I'm going to do. Well, I'm not sure about full 24 hours, but I'm going to try and read as much as I can today and tomorrow. And hopefully I can get back into reading again, because I have genres I want to read, but I don't actually, like, the thought of reading makes me like, just no, I don't want to do it. And I've literally got one more book left to reach my reading goal of the year, so I'm determined to get it done. But I did last week start Mistletoe Magic, and so far it is good. Like, there's nothing I can fault with it at the moment. It's very cozy, very like typical Hallmark movie type thing. I really am enjoying it, but I've just not been wanting to read just in general. It's not the book, but yeah, so I'm gonna spend the afternoon reading some of that, and I will check in with you guys at some point, share more of my thoughts, because I'm not that far in. I don't have too much to say just yet. So yeah, and I've got the washing going, if you can hear that. I'm really sorry. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys soon, and hopefully I can get some reading done this next 24 hours. Also, just a side note, I got my nails done. These are the girlies. How cute are they? They're very cute and festive. Basically, for New Year's, we are heading over to Canterbury to see my best friend. And we're going to be celebrating New Year's with her and a few of her friends. And my dress is going to be a long red dress with a bow in the back. So I thought these were the perfect match. And I just love dot nails. I know they're not a trend anymore, but I still love polka dot nails. They're my all-time fave. So yeah, that's what I got done this morning. And I'm gonna actually read now and stop getting distracted. Okay everyone, just a little update. I've had a very needed rotting bed morning, and I'm now finally 100 pages into this. I'm really enjoying it. It's really cute. It's very grumpy sunshine, and I can't wait for it to unfold even more. And I do feel like, praise the Lord, I am finally getting out of this slump, because I want to read it now. I'm not like, I meant to work out this morning and I have procrastinated, so I am going to do that now. But part of me has been wanting to read this, so I think I'm getting out my reading slump, and then hopefully I can finish this, because I've got 2 weeks left before New Year's. Hopefully I can finish this, and then I'll reach my reading goal, and happy days, because especially when I'm like one book away, that's gonna annoy me so much if I can't get it. Also, it's kind of annoying because I won't be able to finish my Christmas TBR, but it's fine. We're not gonna worry about that. But yeah, I'm very excited for New Year's. I love a fresh start. So, and I think some of the books on my December TBR were not Christmas anyway, so I can just read them in January, but we're getting there, people. Anyway, I'm gonna work out, and I don't know what direction I'm gonna have this video in, because I don't want it to be really long, and because I'm in a reading slump, it's a bit hard to do my usual like reading vlogs. So we'll see. I'll probably come up with something, and you'll just probably see a tail end of a random clip or something. I don't know. I don't know where this video is going, but I'll see you soon anyway. Okay, so hello everyone again. I haven't actually done much reading again. I've seemed to felt motivated this morning, and then I needed to do a few bits and it didn't quite happen. But I do want to finish this video and get it up because I still want to get a video up this week. So I just thought, instead of like me trying to like finish this book this week, because I feel like that's what's making me feel better about like kind of slowly coming out of my reading slump and then going back into it, is because I'm determined to finish it this week, next week. And I don't want to put pressure on myself because it's just one of the things you just shouldn't do during a reading slump. So I thought I'd just like kind of give you guys some tips on how I normally get out of a reading slump instead. Again, I'm sorry if this video is so all over the place. It's really hard to like think of things to do or to post on here when I'm in a reading slump, because I know I do normally vlog bits of my life and not just reading, but at the moment, because I'm working 2 days a week, that's Wednesday and Thursday where I'm not reading that much, or I don't want to film because I do stay at my boyfriend's parents' house on the Wednesday night, because where me and my boyfriend work is kind of far to where we live. It's like an hour and a half. So on the days I'm working with him, we will stay at his parents, and I obviously can't film there really, and I won't get much reading done because we just kind of spend time with them. So it's been a bit difficult, to be honest. And also I did have a friend round the weekend just gone, but she's not someone who would like to be in the camera, so again, like there was only so much I could film. But yeah, so it's just kind of hard to think of because I didn't have anything planned last week, unfortunately. And yeah, I've just not been feeling the greatest either. I've just been feeling a bit like run down, which I think is because it's near Christmas. Every time it's almost Christmas, I feel really run down, which is what's happening right now. So I'm sorry if it's been all over the place. Oh my god, the sun coming through, pop off. Anyway, but one of the things that I usually do when I'm trying to get out of a slump is to just not force myself to read, which is, I think, what I'm struggling with at the moment, because I'm so determined to finish my reading challenge of this year, and the fact that there's only one left is really bugging me, and I'm trying really hard, but I've decided to try not force myself. But it's so conflicting because I've actually never had a reading slump this difficult before, because I do want to read, but the thought of reading is like exhausting and I don't want to do it at the same time. But then once I start reading, I'm enjoying it and I'm like, oh, I just want to keep reading more. But then I stop because like I have to go to bed or I have to do something and I don't want to read anymore, and it's hard to get back into reading. So it's really frustrating. But yeah, one of the best tips is to just not force it, even though it's really difficult sometimes, especially when you have that conflicting feeling, like I said, of like you do want to read, but your brain just won't let you, basically. And it's really annoying. But what I do also like to do is watch Booktube, like anything book related online, because that does, especially when they're talking about books or doing book recommendations, that is when I do want to read again, because I'm like, oh, I really want to read that, and I put up my wish list and then I start getting excited about reading again. So I would recommend that. Again, that doesn't always work for me, to be honest. Sometimes I'm just in a slump and generally there's nothing that I can do about it apart from just wait for it to go away, and that does also happen as well, and I think that's the current slump that I'm going through, unfortunately. But on the odd occasion, that does really help me. And another thing that helps me as well, that I was talking to one of my Instagram friends about, was making Pinterest boards. So I used to like religiously make Pinterest boards after I read every single book you could possibly think of, and it was the most, sorry, I'm just readjusting, it was the most fun I ever had, to be honest with you. I loved doing it, and I was just like, why haven't I done that in ages? Because she also does it as well, but she does it before reading a book, unless she's reading fantasy. And I was like, and she was like, it will help you get out of your reading slump. And I was like, oh my god, I should try doing that again. And it did kind of help. Like, it did make me want to pick up a book a bit more than before, so it did kind of help. And I just also realised as well how much I miss doing it. So I would recommend trying that out properly as well, because it just gets you excited for a book. But I think I still prefer doing the Pinterest boards after, because especially when I really like a book, I don't like the fact that it's ended and I still want to be in the world. So I think making Pinterest boards after helps you kind of still be submerged in that universe. Or like if you've finished a book in a series and you've got to wait ages for the next series, I feel like in terms of that, it is better to do it after. But before was quite fun as well. I feel like that will, if you do it before, and as long as it's not a fantasy, I think that will help a lot. And to be honest, I'm not a massive fantasy person. I do like fantasy books, but I'm not like a lot of people like on BookTok and stuff that is the majority of what they read. But I wouldn't recommend really reading a fantasy, or at least starting a different fantasy during a reading slump, because obviously world building and stuff can be quite long, and I feel like that would get you back in a slump. But Pinterest boards was a really good idea, and I'm definitely going to do more of them. But it's kind of hard to like do multiple of them for books I haven't read yet. So, but I did do one for the book that I'm currently reading, and I have done a few of the books that I have read, and it was just really fun. So yeah, that was another one that I kind of do. And yeah, I think that's kind of it really, is like just kind of waiting for it to happen, for it to go away. Doing the Pinterest boards and watching BookTok and like just book content in general is the main kind of three that I do. And then obviously as well, if I am not liking a book, I do always just in general follow this rule. But if I don't like a book, I will just do an effort. Like, I'm not going to force myself to read it. And I used to be one of those people that would just keep going and reading the book, but I just can't anymore. So that is kind of a rule of thumb for me in general, but definitely make sure that you're not forcing yourself to read something if you are already in a reading slump, because again, that's going to make it worse. But those are kind of like my top 3-4 that I do. Again, most of the time I have to just wait for it to just go away. But I will say, if I over consume BookTok and Booktube, it does eventually help. I just need to like binge watch it properly for me to want to get back in the mood of reading. So that is kind of what I do. But I think the one I'm currently going through is just a weird limbo of I think I have to wait, which is so annoying. I knew this was going to happen because I was on such a streak, September, October, November, and I was like, oh, what's the bet that I'm going to get a reading slump when I'm towards the end of the year and I'm nearly at the end of my reading challenge? I just knew it was going to happen, and it did. But yeah, let me know what you guys do to get out of reading slump, because although those are my techniques, I'd love to know what you guys do, and like I want to try out some new ones as well, because maybe that will help my current state. But again, I'm really sorry if this video was very like all over the place. I tried my best, and hopefully next week's vlog, or whatever I do for next week, will be a lot better. Fingers crossed. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video.